are a professional soldier in the business of counter-racism. So therefore, you are serious about serious things. That's not a serious thing. That's nothing. That's zero. That's not worthy of any kind of response, other than to take note that the person might be hostile. Now, if the person takes out a firearm and starts shooting, that's a whole nother thing. Or a knife, or comes towards you with the intent, obviously, of doing physical harm, that is a whole nother thing. And even then, you try to put distance between yourself and the aggression. That's the first thing. That's professional. That's what your training should be. You should train yourself. Get away from anything that looks like it's a hostile environment directly, because you're already in a hostile environment just by being on the planet. It's not a friendly place, nowhere. Particularly if you're non-white. It's not a friendly planet at all. Nowhere. You can't name a place. So therefore, you're always in a response to battle mode. But you want to do it always in a manner that gives you the best and most constructive result. Always think about the result. What will be the result? And will it all come out with pluses for me? With absolutely no damage, if possible, to me or to anyone else who shouldn't be harmed. That's the first order of business. And that should be a part of your entire personality. If not in the past, certainly from now on, starting with this moment. If you're a person walking the face of this planet and you're classified as black and or non-white, you don't respond to name calling in a way that you cannot predict the outcome right to the letter, and all of the outcome is in your favor. Not just for now, but forever. Nobody coming around 6 months later and said, well, we heard that you handled that in a way that is against the law. We found an obscure law that said that you shouldn't have done what you did. You did a couple of things correctly, but one of them you didn't do correctly. So now you're going to be punished. Punished by whom? By the people who always have the power to punish you. Unless you conclude that nobody on the planet has that power. Keep that in mind. Is there anybody, anywhere on the planet who has the power to harm you because of some move that you made that would displease whomever that is? You think about that before you make any kind of move of any kind. Many black people are dead or locked up somewhere in greater confinement because they forget that principle. The principle of what? Answering that question to themselves, him or herself. Is there anybody, anywhere on this planet who has the power to harm you directly or indirectly because of something that you did? Because when you make a move, you have to keep that in mind. Because whomever has that power just might come after you. The one group, the one person, the one group of persons, the one committee, the one whatever you might say, that has power over you to harm you. And I have never heard of any person who was completely shielded from everybody on the planet might want to harm him or her. So you think about that when you make any kind of move, and ask yourself, if I do this, even if I'm justified in doing it, will the results be constructive for me and would be exactly what it is that I would want if I had just planned the whole thing from the start? If I had planned the whole thing 10 years ago, did I get the result that I desire? Do I have any complaints about the results at all? But millions of black people stand before somebody after the fact. I think everybody who's been around a little while has witnessed this type of thing. I'm sorry. I apologize. I lost my head. I lost my cool. They made me mad. They shouldn't have done that. I don't hardly take that off nobody, so please give me some consideration. No. Whatever move you make, the one thing for sure, you don't ever apologize to anybody. And whatever move you make, say to him or her, or to any group, or any individuals, any judge, Your Honor, I don't really care what you say. I did what I had to do, and if I had the chance, I'd do it again. And I'd do the same job on anybody who don't like it. Now, if you can't say that and mean it, with a well thought out prescription for saying it, don't do it. There's nothing more disgraceful than black person after black person after black person after black person saying, I lost my cool. I didn't know it was going to work out like this. Please have mercy on me. Yeah, I did what I did, but please have mercy on me. I apologize. Got to get out of that by having a plan in advance. No, I'm not responding to anything that has a bunch of nonsense attached to it, except to get away from the nonsense and the people who are causing the nonsense. That is very efficient. Distance. No contact, no conflict. That's in the code book. You cannot have conflict with anybody that you're not in contact with. That's a law of physics. That's a law of the universe. Too many black people go toward the conflict and then come out saying, I'm sorry later. I just got to go down here and get these people told. I just got to go down here and do this. I just got to do this. I'm not going to let okay, that's Act 1. What are you going to do for Act 2? Well, I don't have no plans for that. Well, you better think about a plan for that. Why not? After all these millennia of not having a plan. Like everybody who's gone before you. You've seen what happened. They didn't have a plan. Plan. P-L-A-N. Plan. That's something that's almost alien to black people. Having a plan for anything.
Context of white supremacy. Again, the number 760-569-7676, and the code is 564943 pound. Press star 6 if you have questions. If you're on the talk shoe line, press star 8 if you have questions. And again, if you need a copy of the Word Guide and or the Code Book, it is tiny.cc/Fuller in all capital letters. tiny.cc/Fuller and Fuller in all caps.
Are a professional soldier in the business of